How's it going today, Puppy Dragons? Welcome back. Thank you for joining me again today. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button if you are in fact a badass. Today, we're gonna talk about trans rights. Because, again, I know you guys just tell me to ignore the hate comments, but if I ignore the comments that are so damaging if they were to have been received by somebody else, like, I'm not doing my part in being an ally for people that I believe are equal. So, today's video I had to make. Honestly, somebody requested that I make another LGBTQ plus video, so unfortunately it's not as positive in a way as I would like it to be, but you're getting something, okay? We're getting somewhere. But y'all said I didn't have a question. If y'all have a question, I mean, what life brings me is what happens. Okay. So today, I got this like last night when I was going to bed, and then I woke up to see the response. So let's get in here. So that was the first comment, which I'm not gonna say any of it out loud. So yeah. And then I said, I'm sorry you hate yourself so much, because you guys know that I just can't back down to the hater people. I can't back down to the people who throw stuff out there that just, it's not okay to treat people. This is abuse. And I did report them to YouTube for abuse, but we know YouTube's not gonna do shit. They don't give a fuck. So, basically, the fact that I always put snarky comments on the hate comments because, one, it's fun to get them more riled up, and two, it's in hopes that they see that they've done something wrong. So my new response to the hate comments has been, I'm sorry that you hate yourself, because anything people direct at me, I know they have their own issues at home. It ain't nothing to do with me. So then they said, you saw what they wrote back, which was, I will read that one though, but I'm gonna put it on the screen one more time. Okay. They said, I love myself, my family. So that means we're dealing with probably an adult here, because they say, I love my family, which kids don't usually kind of say that. Oops, sorry, I just got Twitter stuff. Okay, so adults say that, like kids don't usually kind of say that in response to things. So this is terrifying because this is an adult, this is probably somebody that has kids and thinks it's okay to behave to say somebody on the internet like this. This person is going to be raising a little asshole. And it says, my family and my life, I'm sorry you're so confused about your gender, dude. So right off thinking that I'm a guy, I guess, I don't know, thinking that I'm a guy pretending to be a girl or whatever. I don't know. I have a very androgynous look. Okay, I'm sorry. I got blessed with these beautiful cheekbones, and, you know, sometimes I look more like a boy, sometimes I look more like a girl. Who cares? I'm hot. It doesn't matter. And so, lay off the soy, which, if you know about the soy thing, about the soy, all the things, that soy comment of like, that makes it boys girls or whatever like that, comes from a Men's Health article where we know, like Cosmopolitan, 10 ways to have da-da-da, da-da-da-da, Men's Health, this is how to do this gives man's boobs, this da-da-da. It's all these made-up studies or these made-up articles to sell magazines. So right there, they're getting their information from a magazine and saying that it is fact. And then say, and drugs, which we all know I'm very anti-drugs. I don't do drugs, just I don't believe in them. I don't think they provide any benefit. And yeah, except for marijuana, I think that works for pain and chronic pain stuff like CBD and everything. That's a whole other video, but there's a difference between marijuana and, say, fucking crack cocaine and stuff. This video, fuck this, oh man, this video, YouTube's gonna like hate this video. Okay, so, and you may have a little bit more clarity in your life, take it easy, little fella. So, insulted me, assumed I was a trans person, and then, what is that called? Looked down to me and called me little fella. Luckily, this comment was on my channel and was not on a channel of, say, a kid or a teen who is confused, trying to figure out their life, not understanding, say, what is wrong or why they're having the feelings that they are feeling, or experimenting how they want to experiment. Luckily, that is, I think, the only benefit from the fact that I'm the one that received this comment instead of somebody who is, say, suffering or going through something. Because it shouldn't be out there, period. And it's not okay. And I don't care if people think that I'm trans. Like, it doesn't fucking bug me because I know who I am, and what the fuck does it matter? That's just another person. But it's the fact that somebody who I'm assuming is raising kids, has a family, thinks it's okay to put this kind of comment on anybody's channel. And I see these comments spread throughout YouTube, and I see people talk about them. And it's not okay. And I think that we don't have to be as antagatory as I am, but just a little, if you see it, say, hey, that's not okay. Just to let people know that people are watching them, and that saying these things to people, directing these kind of comments, this kind of negativity, this kind of blatant miseducation, uneducation isn't okay. Like, it is just baffling. And another thing that you can do is to read more. I'll put some links to some trans resources below, or other YouTubers that are trans that you can follow. There's a ton of them, and all of their channels are wonderful. But just knowing a little bit more, understanding a little bit more, makes you a more compassionate person. Because you don't have to be going through what they're going through to understand them if you just know a little bit more about it. And like I said, like earlier, that we're all equal. It doesn't matter if you're a man, if you're a woman, if you really want to go into it. I was telling Brandon the other day that I've never felt like, this is the reason why I dye my hair pink, is because I was terrified to do it. Because it's so girly. And most of the things that I do, I don't necessarily feel like I fit into the box of, oh, this is girl. Like, I've never fit into that box, even when I've tried and like worn dress stuff, and I just never felt like I fit into that box. But I also don't feel like I fit into the box that I'm like, oh, I want to be a guy. I feel like I'm neither of those, because I'm just this amazing mix of both. And I think that's completely okay. And like, what's my point? I guess the point is just that, like, people are people, and they're going to be, and they're going to have slightly, say, more feminine traits, or they're slightly more masculine traits, or they're going to adjust as per situations or whatever. You will just be slightly different, and you're ever fluid, gender fluid, I guess that's what it would be. That's what I would say. Maybe I am. I don't know. I don't need a label for it, it's just no, whatever. But everybody is this way. There's situations in which people act differently and they become different things. And it's okay. And if we recognized that in everybody and started to see that that was actually a reality of all people, instead of thinking that, no, because you were born this way, you have to be this way, and you were born that way, you have to be that way. This is wrong. No. What's wrong is not being accepting of the people around you. What's wrong is not understanding that there is no black and white. That life is fucking gray and everything is messy and mixed up. And that's wonderful, because you can be so many things. You don't have to be stuck in such a little teeny tiny little box and stuck there that, like, oh, well, I would do that if I was that. No. Whatever the fuck you want to be, whatever the fuck you want to identify as, whatever the fuck you want to portray out into the world, you do that. And do not let other people pull you back from that. Because it is important to express yourself. It is important to feel okay being who you are. It is very fucking important to feel like you are in the right body. So don't fucking let people who are uneducated, clearly uneducated, make you feel otherwise. And I know that doesn't go to a lot of, say, the people that are watching my channel, and that's okay, but it's maybe just a little bit of insight into the fact that, I don't know, if you do have some holdups about that, it's just like, it's just a little bit of education away that you'll feel more comfortable, and then you won't think of it as so weird, because you see how common almost everything is nowadays. Honestly, everybody is so freaking weird. Every single person is. We're all weird. So it doesn't matter. Just fucking accept the fact that people are going to be who they're gonna be, and it's okay. Be a better person. And if you see people attacking people like that, hey man, that's not okay. Or don't put man, that might be bad. Hey, that's not okay. Hey, that's not okay. You don't have to get into it. If you want to go into it, feel free, but I mean, just like a little, hey, people see what you're doing. Like, because I feel like right now, the response is that everybody should just ignore haters and just whatever. But we're allowing people to get away with acting like that and saying that's okay, and it's okay to go to somebody's channel and attack them. There's a difference between if somebody wants to vent, say on their Facebook, and they want to write this whole fucking thing about how frustrated they are and this and that. It is a very different thing than for them to actually go to somebody's channel, go to somebody's blog post, go to somebody's Instagram, and attack the fuck out of them for no reason other than they're angry with themselves. And just ignoring that allows it to keep happening. So if more people start being like, hey, no, it's not okay behavior, people will stop doing it. Nobody wants to receive 100 responses in their inbox after they post a fucking nasty comment that's all, hey, stop doing this, hey, stop doing this, hey, stop doing this. So that's how you train a dog. And if they're gonna act like a filthy fucking dog, you're gonna train them. We're gonna train them to be better people. And understand that. And not by doing anything hateful or anything like that. We're not gonna fight hate with hate. We're just gonna fight it like, hey, it's not okay. So the next time you see it, just, hey, that's not okay. And yeah, I guess that's it. I just feel like, why the fuck can't we love each other more? Like, I don't fucking understand at all. What the fuck is the big hold up? Why can't we just accept people for being different? And if you have something nasty to say it in your head and don't fucking let it out. Like, it's not okay. It's not okay to hurt people. And it's not okay that I should just have to ignore all those comments, because those comments come in regardless of like what is there. Like, either I stop looking at my comments entirely, or I have to have somebody else read through all my comments, because there's no way to just ignore them. It's not how it works. Unfortunately, it's not how it works. So that's just not the reality. Okay? So I urge you to, you know, enlighten yourself on some things that you find are really strange, really weird. And the more you know about them, the less weird it seems. The more you're like, whatever. And you're cool with it. So that's how you become more accepting, and you can become more of an ally, because if you feel more comfortable, even if you've read about it and then somebody around you is like, oh, that's da-da-da, and you're like, no, it's just this, da-da-da, and then they're like, oh, she doesn't think it's weird. Maybe it's not so weird. So I hope that's, I don't know, enlightening, informative. I don't honestly know exactly what the point of this video is. I just knew I had to say something because I just wasn't okay. I was not okay with the stuff that got put on my channel. I was not okay with the fact that, like, had it not been me, it would have been some other, say, possibly trans kid, and that's worse. So, yeah. Oh, that's what else I was going to say about it. Because if you don't say anything at all, we do hide this stuff in. We don't say it. It's like the Me Too thing. In that, how many ladies just kept keeping it quiet because they were worried about their career and everything about the Harvey Weinstein, and then how many people were hurt from that situation by nobody saying anything, by everybody just letting it continue to happen, by ignoring it. That was the point I was going to make, is that look how much damage has been done, and that so much damage, I've read something that he might end up in jail or prison or something for some stuff. And honestly, like, I don't know everything that's happened because I haven't super kept up on it, but we let that happen because we didn't call people out. We didn't say, hey, that's not okay. Hey, he did something that wasn't okay and I feel uncomfortable. Instead, we said, oh, like, I don't want to say anything because, like, what about my job and what about this? Everybody's so concerned. You gotta stop fucking caring about what everybody thinks and say, like, hey, I feel uncomfortable about this. Does anybody else feel this? Is this wrong? Is this right? What's going on? Does anybody else know? This is not okay. I don't feel okay with this. Like, that comment, like, I know it's not okay. It's not okay. Somebody comes, advances on you, like, hey, this happened. Is this okay? And it's not okay. I feel like questioning and just asking people, hey, is this okay? Because we're embarrassed, really, really, really holds us all back. And we need to start being more open, having more of a discussion in every area of life. Okay, yeah. There we go. So I believe that also, you know, just help out the trans community. They have rights too. They're equal. And if you see nasty comments like that, just like, hey, that's not okay. That's all I would ask for you guys to do, I guess. I'm sure there's more, there's better you can do. But I don't know everything, guys. Okay? Alright. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up because you're a badass. And if you want to comment down below because you're a badass and you want to talk about trans rights and anything in the trans community or any other sort of experience that you can relate to this, I want to hear about it down below. And last but not least, if you're not already, subscribe to become a badass. I'm Jera Sky. Sky's the limit. Woo!